Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. The honorable judges and audience, first of all, let me introduce myself. My name is Fathan Sani Mulyo Wibowo. I'm from SMK VPN Tanjung Sari. And on this occasion, I would like to deliver a short speech. Ladies and gentlemen, we are going to talk about the future. What is the first thing that comes to your mind when you heard future? Flying cars, technology, or maybe the end of the world? Okay, that's too far. But if I ask, how can we get to this moment right now? The answer is it's because the past. Humans are growing, but they are not just growing, they are also evolving. As a human, we can think what we want to do or what we're going to do. For example, as a Sundanese, we know that we have a lot of kingdom in our land, and one of the popular kingdom in Java is Pajajaran Kingdom. We can say that this kingdom has an advanced civilization. They was actively contribute in the trade of spice, or what we know as rempah-rempah, rice, and more agricultural product in Southeast Asia. They are also known for having a good city layout, like the capital city of Pakuan Pajajaran is known for having a defensive moat, stone roads, and a large wooden palace. And in this era, in 2025, our country has officially achieved food self-sufficiency, or swasembada pangan. If you don't know what is food self-sufficiency is, it's a nation's ability to meet its population food needs, especially established through domestic production rather than imports. From that information, we can agree that the leader of Pajajaran Kingdom, or Prabu Siliwangi, is a wise and respected king. Under his leadership, the Sundanese people experienced peace and harmony. That's why, maybe, the leader in this era can learn something from the past leader, especially about responsibility, because the people reflect the leader. It doesn't mean that the leader in this era are not good enough, but there is nothing wrong to be a better person, right? However, it's not only about kingdom and kings, but it is also about values and tradition that continue to live among its people. The Sundanese philosophy that we can find anywhere, especially in East Java, is Sili Asa, Sili Asi, Sili Asu. This philosophy teaches us to learn, to love, and to care each other. These values are still relevant in our modern life. In a world that is constantly changing, we can learn from the wisdom of the past to build a better future. And if we think about it, the history is not just something we learn from school. It is something we carry within us. The history of Tatar Sunda is not only about power and glory, it is also about identity. Because without history, we don't know who we are. And without knowing who we actually are, how can we decide our future? So, when we talk about the future again, maybe it's not just about flying car or advanced technology. Maybe the future is about how we carry the values from the past to the world we are building today. Ladies and gentlemen, the future is not something we wait for, it is something we create. And maybe the future is not just about how the world will look like in the next 10 years or in the next 1000 years later. Maybe the future is about tomorrow. Tomorrow is farther. Tomorrow is farther than we could ever imagine. Let's preserve our culture to achieve a better future. Thank you for your kind attention. I sincerely hope that this speech inspires us all to build a better character within ourselves. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.